Welcome back to another Humm Baby Busts video, and today, now that 4 full seasons have come and gone since 2020 brought in a new decade, we'll be looking back on the decade of the 2010s, from 2010 to 2019, and ranking 15 of the biggest MLB draft busts from that period. These are players who were taken extremely high, top 10 overall in MLB drafts from the 2010s. Please note that some of these players may still be active. However, as of now, most of the players who were drafted high in the first round of the 2010s have given us a pretty good idea if they're going to be a highly productive big leaguer or not. However, you never know when a player will suddenly blossom, as was the case this season with former Phillies #1 pick Mickey Moniak, who suddenly hit .280 with 14 bombs in 25 games for the Angels this season after looking like a definite bust. He may still end up being one, but the jury is still out for Moniak, and that's also the case for several other players who were drafted in the 2010s but didn't make the final top 15. I'll put a link at the end of this video to one ranking 10 players who are in danger of becoming busts if they don't have a big 2024. However, for the following players on today's list, I think it may be too late, although I'll be happy if any of these names end up proving me wrong. So here we go with 15 of the top draft busts of the 2010s. Number 15, Travis Swaggerty. Pittsburgh Pirates 10th overall 2018. Outfielder Travis Swaggerty was a superstar in the Sun Belt Conference with South Alabama for 3 years, having his best season in 2017 when he hit .356 with 11 homers and 19 steals. His draft stock seemed to fall in 2018 when his average dropped to .296, but the Pirates took him 10th overall anyway, impressed with his speed, knowledge of the strike zone, and power. Unfortunately, the power never materialized in the minors, and his overall offensive numbers were average at best, although he did work walks and put together a .348 on-base percentage in 2022 in AAA. On the other hand, he also struck out 117 times in 398 at-bats. During that season, he was briefly promoted to the Pirates, but went 1 for 9 with a single. After a slow start to the 2023 season in AAA, Swaggerty was released. He signed a minor league deal with the White Sox, but was released after the season and is currently a free agent. Number 14, Michael Choice. Oakland Athletics 10th overall 2010. During the late 2000s, one of the hottest hitters in high school baseball was Michael Choice out of Arlington, Texas, who hit .506 his senior year. He went on to attend the University of Texas at Arlington and hit .392 with 162 RBIs and a school record 34 homers in 166 games over 3 seasons. He became a hot name in the 2010 draft, and it was the Oakland Athletics who picked his name 10th overall. He quickly became one of MLB's top prospects, crushing 30 home runs in 2011 with single-A Stockton while maintaining a .285 batting average. He was also solid in 2012, but a broken hand ended his season early. In 2013, with AAA Sacramento, he hit .302 in 132 games, earning a call-up to the big leagues, where he hit .278 over 9 games. During the 2013 offseason, he was traded to the Rangers and made the opening day roster. Unfortunately, he hit just .182 over 86 games and spent nearly all of 2015 in the minors, hitting just .239 and striking out in his only MLB at-bat that season. He played in the Indians, Brewers, and Orioles organizations before moving on to play in Korea, Mexico, and the independent leagues, playing all the way through the 2022 season. Number 13, Cornelius Randolph. Philadelphia Phillies 10th overall 2015. Outfielder Cornelius Randolph hit .533 with 8 home runs and a 1,631 OPS for Griffin High School in Georgia during his senior year, propelling him into first-round draft status. The Phillies took him and paid him a bonus of over $3.2 million to play in their organization. He immediately hit .302 in rookie ball. The following season in single-A, he hit .264, but hit just 2 home runs in 254 at-bats. He was supposed to be a pure hitter with great power and a high knowledge of the strike zone, but in 2017 in High A, he struck out 125 times in 440 at-bats with a .250 average and 13 homers. His numbers continued to look average at best in AA and AAA until the Phillies decided to let him enter free agency without promoting him. He signed a minor league deal with the White Sox for 2022, but hit just .118 for Birmingham, leading to his release from the organization on May 3rd. Since then, he's found some success in the independent leagues with the Kane County Cougars, with whom he continues to play with. Number 12, Carson Fulmer, Chicago White Sox, 8th overall 2015. In 2015, one of the best Division I college pitchers in the country was named Carson Fulmer, and he went 14-2 with a 1.83 ERA for Vanderbilt, winning the National Pitcher of the Year award. The White Sox snagged him with the 8th overall pick and were immediately pleased with his performance that year as he struck out 25 batters in 22 innings for Winston-Salem with a 2.05 ERA in 8 starts. In 2016, they decided to fast-track him through the minors and promoted him to the majors on July 15th, just a year after he was drafted. He was not ready for big league bats and gave up 12 hits, 2 home runs, and 11 runs in 11.2 innings, resulting in an 8.49 ERA and 0-2 record. Fulmer was sent back to AAA and struggled to regain his dominant stuff. In 2017 in AAA, he went 7-9 with a 5.79 ERA, and his strikeout rate dropped from 9.1 strikeouts per 9 innings in 2016 to just 6.9 in 17. He was put in the White Sox starting rotation to begin the 2018 season, but after going 2-4 with an 8.07 ERA, he was optioned back to Charlotte. He was ineffective again in 2019, this time out of the White Sox bullpen, and they designated him for assignment. He's bounced around since then, playing for the Tigers, Orioles, Reds, Dodgers, and Angels systems, but has never come close to living up to expectations. Fulmer is currently a free agent. Number 11, Austin Beck, Oakland A's, 6th overall, 2017. Outfielder Austin Beck was a hot-hitting high school prospect out of North Davidson High School in Welcome, North Carolina. He hit .465 his junior year, but a torn ACL at the end of the season prevented him from competing in showcases where his talent could be stacked up against other draft prospects. The A's loved his raw power and overall athleticism and decided to take him 6th overall in 2017. The 5-tool talent looked good in Single A in 2018, although the power tool seemed to be lagging behind as he hit just 2 home runs despite a solid .296 batting average. With high A Stockton in 2019, he hit just .252 with 126 strikeouts and 338 at-bats. He missed the 2020 season due to the cancellation of the minor league system, and the A's did not even add him to their 60-man pool of players available to call up during the season. Beck struggled again in 2021 and was hitting just .138 in high A when the A's decided to see how he would do in AAA. The good news is he hit 3 home runs. The bad news, those were his only 3 hits and 20 at-bats for the Aviators. He struck out 13 times. It was clear by this point that Beck was likely a bust. He struggled again in the minors in 2022 and then missed all of 2023 due to another ACL tear. He is currently a free agent. Number 10, Cory Ray, Milwaukee Brewers, 5th overall, 2016. Outfielder Cory Ray was a hot enough prospect in high school to get drafted by the Seattle Mariners in 2013, but he elected to attend Louisville instead. There, his draft stock only rose as he hit over 300 every season, showing power and impressive speed. He stole 44 bases in 2016 to go along with 15 homers and a .310 average. The Milwaukee Brewers selected him 5th overall, but his transition to the pros didn't go perfectly smooth as he hit just .239 in 60 Single-A games with 5 homers. He stole 10 bases but was also caught 6 times. The next season with High A Carolina, he hit .238 with just 7 home runs in over 500 plate appearances. Then his power came alive in 2018 with AA Biloxi when Ray smashed 27 bombs. His average was still not great at .239, but he also stole 37 bases, being caught just 7 times. Unfortunately, this would be his last great professional season, and a hand injury in spring training derailed Ray's 2019 season as he hit just .188. The Brewers added him to the 40-man roster anyway, and he played in 1 big league game in 2021, going 0 for 2. Injuries continued to slow him down, and Ray decided to retire from the game after the 2022 season. Number 9, Riley Pint, Colorado Rockies, 4th overall, 2016. Taken 1 pick before Cory Ray was right-handed pitcher Riley Pint, who was one of the most talented high school arms in the country at the time. Despite committing to LSU, he signed with the Rockies and struggled out of the gate, going 1-5 with a 5.35 ERA in rookie ball. A-ball wasn't much better for Pint in 2017 as he went 2-11 with a 5.42 ERA and 59 walks in 93 innings. This was a terrible sign for a pitcher in the Rockies system who would be expected to someday pitch at the hitter-friendly Coors Field. In 2018, he only started 4 games due to injuries, going 0-3. The following year, he struggled again, both with injuries and performance, despite being moved to the bullpen. In 21 appearances, he had an 8.66 ERA and walked an abysmal 31 batters in 17.2 innings. After skipping 2020 due to the pandemic and struggling again in 2021, Pint decided to throw in the towel, retiring from the game. But then, in March of 22, Pint unretired, and the Rockies brought him back, this time to Double-A, where he showed improvement with his control. In 38 appearances, he had a 4.64 ERA and struck out 55 in 42 2/3. In 2023, he pitched with Triple-A Albuquerque, but walked 57 in 57.1. The good news is he struck out 85, and the Rockies decided to give him a chance to pitch in the bigs. He survived a third of an inning, walking 3 and allowing a run. But the fact that he unretired and worked his way all the way to the big leagues is a great story, but sadly, due to his control issues, he's not considered a serious prospect anymore, and as a 4th overall pick, has to be included on this list as an unfortunate draft bust. Number 8, Kyle Zimmer, Kansas City Royals, 5th overall, 2012. Bay Area native Kyle Zimmer pitched at the University of San Francisco and was named first team All West Coast Conference. He showed amazing strikeout stuff and was considered a top prospect in the 2012 draft. The Royals took him 5th overall, and he impressed immediately, striking out 42 batters in 39.2 innings with a 2.04 ERA between rookie and A-ball. He continued to look sharp through 22 games in 2013 when his season ended prematurely due to tendonitis. Injury problems continued in 2014 when Zimmer needed shoulder surgery. However, when he could pitch, he put up solid numbers. In 2016, he needed surgery again and pitched in only 3 games. In 17, he went 2-4 with a 4.33 ERA in 37 appearances between Double-A and Triple-A before missing the entire 2018 season due to more shoulder issues. In 2019, he finally made his big league debut, but spent the year bouncing back and forth between MLB and Triple-A. With the Royals, he had a 10.8 ERA, walking 19 batters in 18.1 innings. He had a decent year in 21, going 4-1 with a 4.83 ERA, but was designated for assignment and released after the season. In 2022, with the Reds Triple-A team, he had a 6.9 ERA. Zimmer did not pitch in 2023 and is currently listed as a free agent. Number 7, Tyler J., Minnesota Twins, 6th overall, 2015. Considered one of the best college arms in the country in 2015, Tyler J. was selected 6th overall by the Twins. He was a closer for Illinois, picking up 14 saves in 2015 with a 1.08 ERA and 10.3 per 9 strikeout ratio. He started his minor league career as a reliever in Single-A before the Twins decided to convert him to a starter, and he pitched well in the role, posting a 5-5 record and 2.84 ERA in 13 starts before being promoted to Double-A Chattanooga. Injuries limited him to 8 appearances in 2017, and he was moved back to the bullpen. In 2018, he had a 5.73 ERA in 38 Double-A appearances, giving up 74 hits in 59.2 innings. The Twins traded him to the Reds, and coincidentally, the Chattanooga Lookout switched their affiliate from the Twins to the Reds, meaning Jay would continue to pitch in Chattanooga with a new organization. He pitched much better with a 3.03 ERA in 18 relief appearances. Nevertheless, he was released in 2020. In 2022, he signed with the Joliet Slammers of the Frontier League and pitched well enough to convince the Mets to buy out his contract. In 2023 with Triple-A Syracuse, he pitched 6 innings, giving up 9 hits and 4 runs, and as of now, is still in the Mets organization. Number 6, Trey Ball, Boston Red Sox, 7th overall, 2014. Up next was one of the finest high school pitchers and hitters in Indiana around 2014. Trey Ball won the Gatorade Indiana Baseball Player of the Year award and was one of the hottest names in the 2014 MLB draft. The Red Sox selected him 7th overall, but he struggled almost immediately, going 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA in 5 rookie league starts. He was sent back to Single-A in 2014 and posted a 5-10 record, struggling to prevent hits. He had a low 90s fastball that lacked life and only managed 68 strikeouts in 100 innings, a relatively low strikeout number for a 7th overall pick. The Red Sox expected him to add more velocity and life on his fastball as he entered into his 20s, but it didn't seem to be happening. In High A in 2016, he showed some ability with a 3.84 ERA in 23 starts, but when given a shot in Double-A in 2017, was hit hard, resulting in a 7-12 record and 5.27 ERA. They tried him out as a reliever in 2018, but the numbers only got worse, and he decided to retire, at least as a pitcher. He made an attempt to restart his career as a hitter in 2019, but went 2 for 14 in rookie ball and became a free agent after the season. No other team has signed him since. Number 5, Bubba Starling, Kansas City Royals, 5th overall, 2011. Considered the number 1 high school position player available, Bubba Starling was a 3-sport all-state athletic machine out of Gardner, Kansas. He was a 5-tool talent with incredible speed despite a powerful 6'4", 220-pound frame. He had a rocket for an arm and a great glove as well. Some scouts, however, were concerned that while he was a great athlete, he was an unpolished baseball player who wowed scouts with his athleticism but may not be able to hit at the higher levels.
Guy's an athlete, big, fast, talented.
Top of my list.
Clean cut, good face.
Yeah, good jaw.
5 tools guy, good-looking ball player.
Can he hit?
Still, his potential made him a sure top 10 pick, and the Royals took him at number 5. He looked more than solid in rookie ball, hitting .275 with 10 home runs in 53 games. But with each level he was promoted to, the average dropped. In 2012, he hit .241 in single A. In 2013, he hit .218 in high A with just 9 homers and 482 at-bats. The Royals held on to him anyway and continued to give him opportunities to develop. In 2016, between AA and AAA, he hit just .183, striking out 145 times in 399 at-bats with 7 homers. Then the injury struggles came over the next couple seasons, and at the end of 2018, the Royals non-tendered Starling. They re-signed him on a minor league deal, and Starling took full advantage, having a breakout year with AAA Omaha, hitting .310 with an .806 OPS, and the Royals promoted him to the big leagues for the first time. But he hit just .215 with 4 home runs. Still, he beat the odds by making it to the majors after the Royals could have easily given up on him. In 2020, he hit just .170 and played one final pro season with AAA Omaha in 21 before announcing his retirement. Number 4, Cole Stewart, Minnesota Twins, 4th overall, 2013. In 2013, a pitcher named Cole Stewart was hitting .97 on the radar gun, and with a 6'3" frame and deadly slider, he was considered, along with Trey Ball, one of the best high school arms in the country. The Twins took him 4th overall, and he signed, bypassing Texas A&M where he had originally committed. He posted a combined 1.35 ERA with 24 strikeouts and 20 innings in rookie ball, showing all the great stuff that he had been drafted for. He continued to pitch well at every level and had a phenomenal 2016 season between high A and AA, in which he went 12-8 with a 2.88 ERA. His strikeout numbers were a bit lower than expected, and the walk rate was concerning, but he was getting the job done. That is, until 2018, when between AA and AAA, he gave up 129 hits in 108 innings, resulting in a 3-7 record and 4.47 ERA. The Twins promoted him to the big leagues anyway, and he was serviceable at best in 4 starts and 4 relief appearances. But unfortunately, in 2019, he couldn't get it done at all, allowing 5 homers in 25 innings with just 10 strikeouts. He had a 6.39 ERA with the Twins and a 5.14 ERA over 19 starts in AAA. The Twins outrighted him off the roster, and Stewart became a free agent. His last stint in the big leagues was in 2021 when he went 1-1 with a 5.27 ERA for the Cubs. He signed a minor league deal with the Royals in 23 but never pitched a professional game. Stewart is currently listed as a free agent. Number 3, Danny Hultzen, Seattle Mariners, 2nd overall, 2011. Southpaw pitcher Danny Hultzen was a hot prospect going back to his high school days when he was named first-team All-American by Baseball America. He decided to attend college, and at Virginia, he went 12-3 with a 1.37 ERA in 2011, striking out 165 batters in 111 innings. He was considered the most polished pitcher in the draft, and the Seattle Mariners took him 2nd overall, ahead of Trevor Bauer, Dylan Bundy, Anthony Rendon, Javi Baez, and George Springer. In 2012, in AA, he went 8-3 with a 1.19 ERA in 13 starts and looked like he was on the verge of an impressive MLB career. Unfortunately, in 2013, he suffered a shoulder injury and made just 7 starts in the minors, going 5-1 with a 2.02 ERA. He needed surgery to repair a torn labrum and rotator cuff, causing him to miss all of 2014. In 2015, he made just 3 starts and experienced multiple setbacks, spending most of the season rehabbing in Arizona. He made just 2 starts in 2016. Sadly, Hultzen needed another major surgery and missed all of 2017. From 2013 to 2017, a 5-year period, he made just 12 appearances. He was able to return to school and finish his degree in 2017, then became a free agent and signed with the Cubs for the 2018 season. He struggled to stay healthy, but whenever he could pitch, continued to look good. In 2019, pitching out of the bullpen for the Iowa Cubs, he had a 1.26 ERA with 23 strikeouts in 14 innings and was promoted to the big leagues. In 6 appearances, Hultzen did not allow a run. He announced his retirement in January of 2021. Hultzen had amazing stuff, great command, and all the ingredients to be an elite MLB starter except the ability to stay healthy. Some may argue that he shouldn't be considered a bust, but as a first-round, second overall pick who pitched a total of 3.1 MLB innings, I unfortunately had to add him to the list. Number 2, Tyler Kolek, Miami Marlins, second overall, 2014. In 2014, a near can't-miss prospect who could hit 102 on the radar gun as a high school kid was right-handed pitcher Tyler Kolek out of Shepherd, Texas. After his first 3 starts his senior year, he hadn't given up a hit and had struck out 77% of batters faced. The Marlins picked him second overall, ahead of other pitching options such as Carlos Rodon, Aaron Nola, Kyle Freeland, and Jack Flaherty. He struggled against pro bats in rookie ball, going 0-3 with a 4.5 ERA, walking 13 batters in 22 innings. In 2015, with Single-A Greensboro, he went 4-10 with a 4.56 ERA through 25 games, with a disappointing 6.7 per 9 strikeout ratio. Then he had to sit out all of 2016 after Tommy John surgery and missed most of 2017 rehabbing. In 2018 and 2019, he was hit often and hit hard, resulting in ERAs consistently above 8. He became a free agent after the 2020 season and has not been signed by any team since. Kolek became the 5th player ever drafted second overall to not make the big leagues. The player picked first overall in 2014 also failed to make the big leagues, Brady Aiken, but he didn't sign that year. Aiken signed after being drafted 17th overall in 2015, but this list is only including players who signed after being selected in the top 10. Which brings us to number 1, Mark Appel, Houston Astros first overall 2013. Mark Appel was originally drafted out of high school in the 15th round of the 2009 MLB draft by the Tigers, but opted to attend college at Stanford, where he completely dominated, moving up the draft boards. In 2012, he went 10-2 with a 2.56 ERA and was drafted by the Pirates 8th overall, but he decided to return to Stanford for another year and was even better, improving his ERA to 2.12 and his strikeout per 9 ratio jumped from 9.9 per 9 to 11 per 9. He became a candidate to be picked first overall along with other young prospects like Chris Bryant and John Gray. The Astros selected Appel with the first overall pick, and he signed for a $6.3 million bonus. He made his pro debut in July with Low-A Tri-City and was quickly moved up to Single-A. He went 3-1 in 10 games overall with a 3.79 ERA. Appel was invited to spring training in 2014 and then pitched for High-A Lancaster, but struggled, going 2-5 with a 10.35 ERA. He did not pitch well in the tandem starter system that the Astros were using, which required him to pitch every 4 games, only going 4 to 5 innings at the most. He showed improvement after getting promoted to Double-A that season and was even better in the Arizona Fall League, limiting batters to a 167 average. In 2015, he was decent between Double-A and Triple-A, but was never promoted. He had a 4.48 ERA in 12 starts for Triple-A Fresno, and during the offseason, the Astros traded Appel to the Phillies in a package deal for Ken Giles and Jonathan Arauz. With the Phillies organization, Appel experienced shoulder issues and was eventually designated for assignment in November of 2017. He retired in 2018, but then attempted a comeback in 2021, returning to the Phillies Double-A team, the Reading Fighting Phils, and he was promoted to Triple-A after 8 appearances, going 3-5 with a 6.17 ERA for Lehigh Valley. In 2022, pitching out of the bullpen, he showed vast improvement with a 3.15 ERA and made his big league debut for the Phillies. Appel pitched extremely well in 6 appearances to the tune of a 1.74 ERA, but was unfortunately lit up in 2023 spring training and released. He missed all of 2023 due to an elbow procedure and is currently a free agent. Appel is a good sport about his unfortunate bust status, and on his Twitter page it says, 2013 number 1 overall MLB draft pick, named biggest bust in MLB history by Bleacher Report. Despite his struggles, Appel did make it to the majors and pitched well in 10 1/3 innings, but for someone drafted 3 times, picked in the first round twice, and picked first overall when he signed, he definitely belongs on this list. And that'll do it for the top 15 MLB draft busts of the 2010s. If there's someone missing from the list who's still active, there's a chance he might be in the video that I will link above, the 2024 or bust video. If you're watching this before the 2024 season, check that out to see the players who need to have a big 2024 or they might be considered full-blown busts. And if you're watching this after the 2024 season, check it out and see if any of those players actually avoided the bust label and tore it up during the season. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button, and we'll talk to you in the next video.